Second quarter. Tim, so take it away.
All right, Santos. One of the biggest ongoing conversations is with Chip Kelly this offseason. We all know the moves he make. A lot of us don't agree with it. A lot of eye openers. We go from LaShawn McCoy being traded for Kiko Alonso. We went from they signed DeMarco Murray. Um,
Sam Bradford, Nick Foles.
Sam Bradford getting traded for Nick Foles. So it's so now we all know that when LaShawn McCoy got traded to Buffalo, he started accusing of Chip Kelly being racist, which when is going one way, but then against the Buffalo Bills, telling McCoy, listen, just chill out and concentrate on the season. But then we have Cary Williams. Now, Cary Williams, the former cornerback last year, he wasn't the worst defensive back in that team. We all know Bradley Fletcher was the worst out of two. I think Cary was a solid cornerback. He came from Baltimore Ravens, and just as solid. But what happened with Cary Williams was that I believe it was the game after the Washington Redskins when the Redskins beat the Eagles. When Deshaun Jackson caught that last touchdown, I believe Cary Williams he went and spoke to the media right after the game, and he said that Chip Kelly's works them more harder in practice, so when it comes to the game, they're not prepared. He says that Chip Kelly's the way he handles his conditioning, the way he prepares for the players doesn't work. Okay, we all heard about Chip Kelly's his playbook, how it's a college playbook that it won't work in the NFL because again, these guys get older, they get stronger, you gain more weight. But Chip Kelly likes that one speed, the warp speed, all these types of speed. He loves it. So but Cary Williams say it doesn't work. Now, here's my thing. The rumors that goes around with a lot of players that can't come out and say it live, but they say that if Chip Kelly says, Santos, I want you to drink this shake, and you have a problem with that shake, Chip Kelly, you're already at his doghouse. You have no input on anything. If he goes, Santos, if I want you to do a left sweep. But then when you do that left sweep, you see the offensive line assignment is not going to work. You go to the right. Chip Kelly has a problem with it. Instead of communicating with you what you saw on the field, he doesn't care. This is the type of individual that they're dealing with. This is what a lot of the players are saying. Now, I'm not going to question Chip Kelly's coaching as far as him being the head coach. I will question his GM skills as far as the right place to get. But again, the result is, let's see what happens this year with that team. And then on top of that, you got to communicate with your players. You're seeing one thing, you're calling one play, and they're actually going through it and seeing it. You want to ask them, what happened? What did you see? Especially when your running back is an all-pro and LaShawn McCoy. The reason why he got traded was because Chip Kelly said he didn't run hard, he didn't hit the whole way he wanted to, but their offensive line problem. LaShawn McCoy has said, listen, the assignment wasn't there, do something else. Hey, listen, if your play is that special and you have that trust with him, you will go with that. It's not like he's a practice squad guy that you just brought up and he started for the first time as a backup or a third. Who cares? We're talking about your all-pro person. If this is the way Chip Kelly is, where he has no communication skills, this is going to be a problem.
I mean, there are some problems there, obvious. I mean, Shahidi McCoy went on to say that he didn't outright say it, but he pretty much implied that Chip Kelly is racist. Now, I kind of don't buy that in a way because, when I don't see that. I think what Chip Kelly did, I think what he's doing is he sees potential headache and potential what he feels to be potential locker room cancer types. And he thinks, as talented as they are, do I really want to work with this some really want to deal with these headaches, he's trading them off. He's getting rid of these guys. Now, I think some people, maybe Shady took that a little to heart. He's like, oh, you traded me for this guy? Really? Really? But, I mean, Tim Kelly, I don't necessarily agree with who he traded him for. Don't get me wrong, Kiko Alonso, seems like a pretty good linebacker, but hasn't played too much. He doesn't have that resume like that. So I would have expected him to trade Shady McCoy to get something better, getting more out of it. But fine. I definitely question his GM skills. I mean, you trade away Nick Foles for an injury-prone player and Sam Bradford. And Bradford has talent, don't get me wrong. This guy cannot stay healthy. I mean, the moves he's making completely gets in my head. I honestly looked at the moves he made this offseason. Like, what is he thinking? Then, fine. He gets DeMarco Murray to replace Shady McCoy. So you think it's, well, you know what? I need to replace the production. Then he gets Ryan Matthews, who's another injury player. I just don't understand what Chip Kelly is doing there. Now, as far as his practices go, listen, let's be fair. You know the type of style of offense he plays. It's up tempo. It's fast. It's a hectic type offense. It's this move now, move now. So to say that his practices are too rough, I mean, come on, think about it. How are you supposed to practice if you're playing a fast-paced offense? You're gonna slow it down, this one, and then we give you a carry here, and then 24 seconds later. No, he's practicing the way he's playing in the game. So that makes sense. Yeah. It just sounds as if some of these players are just crying too much. You are a professional. You're getting paid to do what you love. So stop complaining. Just go with it. Now, well, I mean, yes, communication is important too, but at the same time, I mean, there comes a time you just have to say, it's like you just have to suck it up and do what you need to do. Whether or not you like a person or not, doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. You have to work together. And the problem is, it seems that some of these people just don't want to work with them. So Chip Kelly figures, you know what?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Like, for instance, you have I'm gonna look at the positives. You getting DeMarco Murray. You're getting a guy who's not gonna talk back to you. He's not Shady McCoy. He's not gonna be outspoken. You're getting a guy who's gonna work. You're getting a leader. Okay. Brian Matthews is again solid play. I mean, injuries happen. It's part of football. They both can have great years, okay? Now, every coach who comes into a team wants it his way. You want your guys. You don't ever want to win a championship with guys that you didn't even draft. It's like saying, you know what? I fought for the team, and this is what happened. Just like when the Cowboys won in '96 with Barry Switzer, okay? Barry Switzer, that team was not yours. Even though you coached the team, we all know that was Jimmy Johnson's team. You understand what I'm saying? 90% of the players there was all Jimmy Johnson. So, I understand Chip Kelly. Now, this is a rebuilding mode. The only problem with this is that he reached the playoff his first year. So now, as an Eagles fan, when you see your team reach the playoff the first year, then the following year you was only one game out of the playoffs. Okay. We all know the saying. Why fix something that's not broken? Here's the problem. Not the problem. Here's the thing. Chip Kelly now basically runs the show. He's more than a coach. So now he wants his guys for the long haul. He wants guys to start buying into the system right now. And I get that. I get that. A lot of these questionable moves, he feels like, you know what, like he said a long time ago, I can get anybody to play my system. That's his thing. I could trade the best player on the team in the league and give me a blue collar work, and I guarantee you who'll be just as good or even better. That's Chip Kelly. So I'm not gonna judge him as much as far as the guys he got because we got to see what happens. Because if they go to the playoffs, I think the whole entire NFL fan base has to go write an apology to Chip Kelly the way we bash him about his moves. But I will say this: if you're the type of coach that when it comes to conditioning and nutrition, and is basically saying that if you tell a player, I want you to drink this sugar and you do this type of workout, and the player doesn't think that's going to work for him and doesn't agree with it, are you going to can that player, especially if that player is one of your best guys on the team? Are you going to communicate with him, okay, and listen and see what happens? Because that's the bad feeling that even I believe NFL Network had a thing about it one time. Chris Solomon Wilcox, he said it. He said he can't play for a coach like that when it comes to conditioning and nutrition. And you're telling me what I put it in my body when I don't want to put that in my body. That's a problem.
Well, I think we got to move on a little quick, but let me just throw in a couple of comments that's on the wall. Maxwell just stated that I'm critical of Cary Williams being grossly overrated. And
I mean, listen.
I kind of think he is.
Make it quick.
I mean, listen. I mean, I'm not saying Maxwell is wrong. I mean, he's not the best cornerback in the. Listen, I tell you this. According to Pro Football Focus, he was rated higher than Byron Maxwell as far as the rank of the cornerbacks. I mean, listen, he's a regular corner. He wasn't ranked higher. It's not saying that much, but listen. I keep it. The thing is, he played for the team. You know what? I'll tell you this. I'll make it better. If a guy like Jeremy Maclin, a respectable player, if he would have had a problem with what Chip Kelly was doing, you see more value. You see more validation. That's the thing about it. We're talking about Cary Williams had a problem with him, but you got to communicate better.
I'm just trying and throw. Just
was that Sean?
Well, yeah, we gotta go. Kind of quick. But let me just throw in what Randy. He threw in quite a mouthful. He said that you can't say that Chip Kelly's system ran well or can work. But here's what he thinks. One, his system is harder than the normal practice since humans are naturally lazy. We will be against it. Two, conditioning is something built up over time, so results are seen years after, and pretty much blah, blah, blah. And three, because it takes time, Chip is a natural disadvantage since the league's player turn over year rather than him being able to develop a base foundation. So, long story short, I guess what Randy's saying that it could work, but yet Chip Kelly's system it has a big disadvantage where you need time, and you don't have that kind of time in NFL. Last I'll move on.
I think Randy Brown hit it hard. I think he hit it right there. I got nothing to say about that.
I think Randy hit it. I mean, some of these guys sound like just a bunch of lazy crybabies. Stop trying. Just give the system a chance. You don't know if it's going to work. Let's try it. How the hell do you know?
Well, anyways, we got to move on to the next quarter. That's it. We're moving on, guys. Let's go.